watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the April 9th meeting of the Michigan City Commission on the Social Status of African American Males. You can find more information on this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
You that are here this morning, this afternoon, we're going to start our social status of African American male agenda for today. So I call this meeting to order at 12:07 today. We'll be standing for the pledge of allegiance to the flag. As Pastor Hurd to lead us in that pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I'm going to ask the secretary for roll call.
Stacy Benning, I don't see. Pastor Dennis Carroll, he resigned, right? Didn't that
Yes,
I got an email?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Stacy here. Stacy.
Oh, Stacy, okay.
Sorry.
Coming in.
Nick, I know he's a excused absent because he's in Canada. Kenny is not here. Pastor Hurt is present. Pastor Robert Johnson.
Here.
Mike Jones.
He's here.
Here he is.
I'm sorry. God, he's no longer. Willie Millsap.
Present.
Faye
This is
Moore.
the Tracy Turn here. She'll be the treasurer.
Taylor Tillman. Loswella Cooper, I'm present. Micaiah Smallwood. Joseph Nelson. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 present.
8.
Seven.
Oh.
Yeah, 7 people present.
Yes.
Oh, she's just sitting there. Okay.
So we don't have a quorum?
No.
We don't have a quorum to really take care of business like we normally would do at this meeting.
No.
Item number 4 is the approval of February meeting minutes. We really can't do that without a quorum. We can't vote on them. Item number 5, which is the treasurer report.
Well, we voted on the treasurer's report, but, so you guys wanna do it, because it's a vote and,
We won't vote.
We won't vote.
Oh,
You
okay.
can't, we
Give us
don't have.
information.
Okay.
Okay,
So on,
I didn't think we were able to have a meeting at all without quorum. Are we able to have a meeting?
you're able to have a meeting and
we
you
can
do a
discuss,
discussion,
but we can't really.
can't vote on anything.
Vote on anything
Oh,
without a quorum.
there's nothing really to vote on anyway. Besides the
Really?
meeting, the minutes and the treasury report.
Okay.
So for the, February the 17th, invoice went out for Michigan City area schools, the donation for the middle school wrestling uniforms in the amount of $1,000. The February 17th, invoice went out to Rodney McCormick for 25 tickets for the Chicago Bulls, $1,769.75. So our disbursements for February was $2,769.75. For March 17th, an invoice went out for the Michigan City field trip reimbursement in the amount of $141.25 to Stacy Benning. And In March, the 17 invoice went out to Rodney McCormick for the MLK Center reimbursement check for $459.94. That was for the basketballs for the King Center. Disbursements for March was $601.19. So our balance is $3,370.94.
So we hear what we have to take in for this social status African American male group. Item 6, old business. Of my cold ration uniform check presentation.
There was a picture in the News Dispatch of them giving the check to the big check that we had done. It was in the new, I forgot the date, but the check has been presented to the wrestling team.
Okay, that's good to hear.
And the annual report to the city council was presented at the March the 18th city council meeting. And we do have some questions from the council members, and they applauded the Social Status Commission for all that we have done in the year. They were surprised that we had accomplished as much as we had accomplished.
That's good to know that we have accomplished some things that are necessary for us to accomplish as a social status African American male group.
Oh, I'm sorry. And one more thing, the council member said that we, the Social Status Commission, had not asked them for any money. But if we ask them for the money, then they will consider it. So that's something that we need to do in the future.
With that being said, then we just have to draft a letter requesting.
But they said that they had not received any requests from the Social Status Commission for any funding, and that we should have asked them for funding and let them make the decision to whether to fund whatever project we were working on, whatnot.
I recall us asking them for monies.
How long ago?
When the mayor was on there as at large, that council, we asked that council during the time that the mayor was on there. And there was a different group of council members on there at that time, but we did ask them because it was the first time that we went to the county council and asked them for monies. Then we came and asked our city council, and even asked the mayor at that time, the previous mayor at that time, but we got nothing.
Previous mayor would have been.
Mayor Perry.
Okay. With that being said, at the next meeting, hopefully we'll have a quorum. I'll make a motion that we'll make that request in writing, because I'm assuming that was verbal.
I can't recall because it was the first time that the county council gave us money, so I can't recall.
Okay, well, this time we'll put it in writing, and hopefully we'll address that at the next meeting.
Right.
And maybe we would have suggestions to add to the letter of things that we want to do. So maybe we can think ahead now of things that we would like to do,
Okay.
and then we can present it all at one time,
In writing.
in writing. Yes.
In writing.
And I think since they have literally opened the door, I think we ought to take advantage of it.
Yes, yes.
Since they are advocated to give us money, I think we ought to take advantage of that and go from there. So we look forward at the next meeting to put that in place, in writing of the things that we want from them to fund for this group.
Gotcha.
Item 7, talk about new business. Is there any new business?
The only thing that I can say, we touched on it at the last meeting as far as the meeting location. It's very important that we have a meeting location where we can access Zoom, because even like today, if I was able to attend by Zoom, I would have attended by Zoom. I know that there are other members, our council representative, Mr. Nelson, some of the other ones, I know Ms. Tillman stated that she can't attend because of her duties at the school. So we need to really look at a location. We brought up access at the central school, Alco, using that location. I know Mr. Nelson said that he could follow up with that, and also Mr. Pollock said that he would follow up with that. But this is just a reminder that we need to really look at that, because there are people in the public that would like to attend also by Zoom, but we don't have the access, so.
Well, I think we need to consider that also. I think because that's important that we get the community involved in what we are doing wholeheartedly, because that's very necessary as we plunge into the future. Because looking at the future being a little wishy-washy right now, so I think we need to consider other avenues whereby we could have a meeting. Item 8, talking about dealing with subcommittee report, education.
As you,
Is there a report for education?
Yes, we have a group that meets every other month, and it started with 2 of the churches, now it's 3 of the churches. Zion Hill, Renew MC, and Pastor Williams. What's Pastor Williams? Which one is he? Which church is that? Pastor Williams?
Pastor Williams.
Oh, New Hope?
New Hope. The 3 churches now. Me and meet once every other month. And one of the things we have pushed is getting inside the school. We announced that now we can go online to sign up for it, so we're getting people to sign up for it. We had a talk with the superintendent about some of the situations going on in the school system. We have another meeting that's on schedule for the 30th of this month, where we'll discuss with him again about different things that are going on. So we're trying to get that word out, get as many, especially men, to get inside the school. So seems to be picking up some steam.
And thank you, Pastor Hurd, for spearheading, because that's important that we get in the school system, because when we look at the overall spectrum of the school, it's important that especially male men show up and be visible, because a lot of the students will take advantage of a female, but a male can put a little fear in there. So it's important that we be involved. And I would say to Pastor Hurd, since he's spearheading, please let me know, because I will be a part of that to make sure we are visible in our school system. Health.
Wait,
We had.
Excuse me, one other thing, I have a flyer here about the Promise, Michigan City Promise Scholarship. Still exists. A lot of people thought that it kind of faded away, but it's still there. Michigan City Promise Scholarship offers up to $5,000 per year, and it's renewable for the 4 years that a student is going to college. So this is something that they need to become aware of. If they are not minimum 2.5 GPA and completed the 40 hours of community service within the high school, you have to be a student at either Michigan City High School or Marquette Catholic High School, and your parents own or rent a home in the Michigan City corporate city limits. And if you fit those requirements, then you're eligible for this scholarship. That's everybody that goes to school in either Michigan City High School or Michigan City Marquette Catholic School. So that's $5,000 can go a long way in the student's education, and that's per year.
Wow. Have we made that available in the high school? Or that pamphlet is in the high school? Do we know?
I am not sure, but it's something that's definitely worth looking into. to make sure that the counselors push this also. Because we do have some students that kind of fade by the wayside because they don't think I'm qualified to even go to college because I don't have the money. But when you get this kind of money towards that, that makes a total difference.
And I do know Miss Keela Ward, she's actively in the school system anytime they have like job fairs. And I know she also has like joint ventures with the high school as well, making them aware of this program.
Yeah, and I think that would be important that we make this program aware of it. Like Pastor Hurd said, that a whole lot of students feel that they are not capable of doing this. But if we have that info in the schools, especially those that was mentioned, Michigan High School and Marquette, I think we will have more students will go into the educational field. Hell, there was a seminar that was scheduled this Friday. It had to be canceled and was going to deal with diabetes, because we know diabetes is one of the greatest killers among not just one phase, but on both sides. And it was canceled because I found out, especially working with Minority Health Coalition, that I think the mayor is having her ball this Friday. And because of that, that would have pulled more individuals into that spectrum to deal with diabetes. So when I heard that, I heavy up and made a telephone call to one of the pastors, because he was going to host it. Pastor Hud, which is the pastor of Greater Powerhouse Church of God in Christ, was going to host it. And I had to make that telephone call to him and cancel. But please believe me that it will be hopefully brought up again. But on the 26th, no, I'm sorry, the 25th. The 25th of this month, there will be a prostrate council initiative at Greater Powerhouse, 438 Woodland Avenue at 6 o'clock. And one of the well-known doctors here in the city will be over that avenue, and it will start at 6 o'clock. So, you know, anybody, any males that's going through that momentary sickness, have them at Greater Powerhouse Church of God in Christ, 438 Woodland Avenue, on April the 25th at 6 o'clock. And we want to give you information on it, because a lot of men are suffering with that area of prostrate. Thank God I'm healed of it. I get my check every 6 months. So if you have not been checked, I'm urging you to go get checked and be a part of your personal health, so you can help yourself out. So there are things that we are going to be putting in place, and as we put them in place, we'll be making announcement concerning it.
What was that time again?
6 o'clock, April the 25th.
26th?
25th,
Oh,
which is a
25th.
Friday.
Right.
And that was the best time for him, on the 25th at 6 o'clock. Because, you know, being a medical doctor, you got other patients that you got to deal with. Next item is, yes.
Another thing on health. I talked to a lady about going on 3 weeks now, and her daughter, she stated that her daughter got taken off her Medicaid, okay, because they sending letters out. So all her public assistance was going to get taken away.
Wow.
So they went down to the Social Security office, and the lady kind of wrote up a letter. Then she had to go to a doctor, because on the letter that she got, it never stated her ailment, right? They failed to put that on. So, and she's hospitalized all the time with this ailment. So if they take away her Medicaid, no health care. So the doctor sent a letter off stating, put her medical condition on the letter, and so he stopped it. So her last check was supposed to be in May, but since he did that, she will still get some assistance, you know, but if he hadn't put that on there, she would be got cut off in May.
But, and that's why it's important that you make sure that you have everything or every component in place. Because with this presence that we have, he's trying to cut all Medicaid, every area of medical as much as possible. Because they was talking to John F. Kennedy Jr. today concerning the measles shot, because that's another thing that's going around is the epidemic of the measles. I never had it, so they're talking about you need to go get a shot. And when we find out where you can get a shot, we'll be passing that information on to you, because that's necessary, because that's the next pandemic that's hitting our country is the measles. Next area is employment.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir.
At our last month's meeting, I brought out 5 documents reference to the openings in this area. This week, I have the most current listing of employment in LaPorte County and the region. Mike, could you please? And as you look at this document, there's some letters that are marked out X. That means that position has been filled, but there's numerous other ones that are opening. That's LaPorte County and in this region. Second document is reference to truck driving. There's 3 drivers that are necessary to be hired immediately at this particular company. CDL is definitely required. That one is high paid. The next document is reference to the Michigan City Park and Recreation Department. It's that time of year again that they're hiring for summer help, especially at the zoo. There's numerous listings reference to the job that are available, i.e. cashier, laborer, park attendant, zoo groundskeeper, and more. The next document is the reference to mechanics, car mechanics. There is an immediate opening for a mechanic, but the only problem is you have to drive to Hobart.
Oh,
So if there's any car mechanics that's looking for employment, that's your key. The next document is a reference to Powers Health Organization. It's in the medical field, St. Catherine's Hospital, St. Mary's Medical Center, Powers Health and Rehabilitation Center in Gary. They have numerous openings for employment at that location. The next document is in reference to Alavero Laboratories. They are looking for people to work in their organizations. They are short on people who can withdraw blood from patients. There's a particular title for that.
Lab tech.
Yeah. And I think that's 5, right?
Yeah.
6, okay, that's it for this week.
Well,
Whatever extras, can you just leave them? Whatever extras, can you just leave them up there so then people can get them up?
Once again, if there's anyone, our viewing audience, if you would like to apply for any of these vacancies, please tap into the local resource that we have in our community. Work One, which is located in the Old Elston School Building, main entrance on Detroit Street. And you can take your information that's needed, i.e. driver's license, social security card, etc., and get set up with one of their placement people to complete the process. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Millsap, for the efficient job that you have done. And please, we want to urge the public to go and apply for these jobs because they're out there.
Yes.
And we want, especially during the summer months, our young people to apply for these jobs, especially the ones that he mentioned concerning the park. Please go and apply, because there are so many that young people that are applying, and it's very important that you be a part of the moving function in our city. So that's very important. Thank you again, Commissioner Millsap.
Thank you, Chair.
Criminal justice. No report on criminal justice.
She's not here,
Okay.
Commissioner Tillman.
Yes, right. Social factor.
So, social factors, we meet quarterly. I handed in an extensive, report last month. And, I guess we can, at this time, have, Lorraine make her presentation about a possible fundraising event? Or do you wanna wait, Willie, to the public comment?
She comes on the public comment.
Oh,
On the
okay.
public comment.
Okay, so that's it for me.
All right. Item 9 is public comments. Ms. Lorraine, if you
I'm Lorraine Geiger, and I.
You wanna come where the camera
can
can see?
get you.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm a public speaker, y'all. Well, it was an idea brought from Ms. Morley. I've been attending a fundraiser called I Lost a Child. And this year was the third, and each year it had grown, and they had to move to bigger facilities to present. And Ms. Moore came with me this February to the event. It'd be in Illinois. And she was saying it would be something nice for us to do out here in Michigan City. And I was telling her that instead of it being I lost a child, why couldn't it be I lost a loved one? Because people have lost people in their lives. And it's not a sad occasion. It was really a nice social event. You know, they had music, it was food, it was entertainment. And it was poets, it was, speakers, inspirational speakers. And it was really nice. The first year I went to be supportive to the people who was giving the fundraiser. The second year, I went to receive support from the fundraiser because I lost my child in 2023. And this year, when I went, it was just to be a part of, and it was really nice. And so I was asked to present the idea for a fundraiser for the social status community, if they would be willing to have an event like that, but let's call it I Lost a Loved One versus I Lost a Child. Losing a child is limited to the loved ones we've lost in our life. And the tickets was $50, but it included dinner. They gave us a gift. It was entertainment, very nice entertainment. We had some very good speakers. And some of the people who had lost loved ones was interviewed and, to see how they feel and where they at, how did they process through or whatever. And it was nice music. People wanted to dance or whatever. They had the opportunity to dance because it was nice mellow music being played. And the food that was, that we ate, they had soul food and they had vegan food. You know, for whoever don't eat meat or whatever, if they have a vegan diet. And they had some wonderful desserts. And I think we could do something like that out here because this is a community-oriented city. I see they do a lot of things on a community level out here. And so we was looking at trying to do something like that in July, which this is already April. I don't think it's something real hard to pull together. I went to the senior center for the first time. I had never been in there. And I was thinking that is a very large facility to uphold something like that. I've been to the Shrine before. That's a nice size facility. And I think with it being, I lost a loved one, that's real broad. Because it's not limited, it's real broad, so that would want people to attend and enjoy being in the company of other people who have lost loved ones also. And even people who haven't lost loved ones would be welcome to come. But that's what I would like to present to y'all. Thank you. Questions?
That's a good proposal. One thing I'm concerned about, the particulars, when would you be able to get the particulars concerning that, if we want to start that? When I say particulars, how would you be able to bring that alive?
That's up to the fundraising committee, if they want to do it.
Okay, so it appears that we need to sit with her, if we're gonna consider it as an organization to support that idea, that she sits with the fundraising committee and lay out all the particulars. I only have 3 questions. First one is, what was the venue of that location?
The one that they just had, it was in Calumet City, Illinois.
Okay. And the venue was
It was the Noble Entertainment Center.
it was an entertainment center?
Yeah.
What organization spearheaded it? Was one organization, was it?
No, it was 2 ladies. Edie, that's why I just put this up. It's Edie Turner and Joanne Clay.
Okay. So
Those are
that
2 women that, promotes it.
okay, but just 2 private citizens, not an organization.
No, not organization, but
Okay.
they have, I guess they have their own group of people that do it. But they're called Unity in the Community Services. And it's a LLC that they, been doing for the last 3 years, and it's been successful.
Are these 2 people available to be contacted for more information?
Yes.
We have contact, okay.
So it appears we need to sit down with the fundraiser. Okay.
Well, we would consider it, do the fundraising and go from there, because that sounds like a marvelous idea. Because when any person that lose a loved one, especially a child, that's devastating. Because when you look on Facebook, I am so tired of looking on Facebook and finding out kids are being missing and misplaced and don't know where they're at. And then find out they are found in the creek, or in the lake, or in the river. That's devastating to any parent to lose a kid like that, especially when that kid have something to give to the community. So that's very hard to take. So we will, once the fundraising committee will get with them, and we will consider it. And thank you for bringing that to us, because that's very important. Any more public comments?
Yes, this is Tommy Galavic from 1316 Ohio Street. Getting back to the Michigan City Promise Scholarship, there's a little complaint I have about that. If you have a student that graduated from either Marquette or Michigan City High School as a member of the National Honor Society, they should be able to qualify to receive the Michigan City Promise Scholarship, no matter whether they live inside the city limits or outside the city limits. I've had 4 members of my family that graduated as members of National Honor Society. Thomas and Sparkle, they graduated in 2010, 2011 respectively. It wasn't established yet when they graduated. They went on to Indiana State University. They got professional careers in the medical field. My niece Alexis, she graduated in 2017. At the time, they didn't offer the Michigan City Promise Kit to the students whose families are rent. So her mom was a renter. She lived on Everett Street. She didn't qualify to get it. She's about ready to receive her master's degree in sociology from Indiana University of Bloomington. My Mariana, she was our class salutatorian for the class of 2023. She studied pediatric nursing at the University of Arizona. The family all wanted to move out where it was warm. She didn't qualify for the Michigan State Promise Scholarship because she stayed with her mom on Black Road in Cold Spring Township. I think if you have a student, you're leaving out the best and the brightest for that scholarship. And I think they need to put that in where even if you live outside the city limits and your students that graduates as a member of the National Honor Society, they should be qualified for the Michigan State Promise Scholarship. Thank you.
That's something to consider, because if you got a prominent person that's is excelling in school,
Yep.
surely they ought to be considered.
And
For
they all went through the Michigan series, K through 12, born and raised, born in St. Anthony Hospital. They're about as Michigan City can get.
and
No
you're right.
more Michigan City than mine, I'll guarantee you that.
And you're right.
You don't know who they are.
I believe that they ought to be considered, really.
I want to make a comment based on what you just said, piggybacking off of that. My daughter graduated top of her class, top honors from Marquette Catholic High School back when they first started that also, and she wasn't eligible because Marquette wasn't a part of it. It was just Michigan City area school. So I'm glad to see that they've opened it up to Marquette because there are a lot of kids, like you said, that are in need of those funds, and regardless of what school they go to, you know, they should be eligible. So I'm glad that they did open that up to Marquette also.
And I'm glad they're doing it too, because that's very important. Because the struggle of going and reaching new height in education is phenomenal high these days. And once we find a program like that, every kid ought to be qualified to be a part of the education system. Item 10 call for commission comments. Any commission comments?
Yes, I have 2 flyers. The first one is the Indiana Black Barbershop Initiative. Is going to be Saturday, April the 19th from 9 to 3. It's open to the public. The barbershops are Shoppers Image, 5150 Franklin Street at Myers. In and Out Barbershop, 4327 Franklin Street, and Platinum Designs, 1801 Franklin Street. They're doing free screenings for blood pressure, blood glucose, and BMI. And the Social Status Commission, this is one of our initiatives that has been going on for a while, but Nyla Williams has taken it over with Franciscan Alliance. So if you want more information, contact Nyla Williams at nyla.williams@franciscanalliance.org for more information about the Michigan City Black Barbershop Health Initiative. Also, Partners for Clean Air, there's a $2,500 scholarship for the class of 2025, as applicants must demonstrate how their planned field of study supports the goals of Partners for Clean Air. Scholarships will be awarded to qualified high school seniors to assist with post-secondary education expenses at an accredited college, university, or trade school. And it's open now through April the 30th, 2025 at 5 p.m. And you go to on.wi.edu in.gov/PCA Scholar. And it's a scholarship dealing with clean air. Can you?
Any more commission, comments? Well, let me thank you. This is my first time doing this, and I hope I have did a bumper job of making things happen. You know, being a public speaker and a pastor, you can do it at home, but when you're doing it among more than you normally do it in front of, it's more than a notion. But I think I got my nerves together, and I thank you, commissioners, for allowing me to practice on you today.
Well done.
You did a good job, and timely. Timeliness is a key factor
must.
also.
Yeah.
It's a must. Yeah, run over.
Especially being at 12:47, we did a
Did
wonderful
excellent.
job
Excellent.
of going through our agenda for this month. So we come to a point of adjournment,
Thank you, sir.
and I pray that we will have a super weekend, even to the public. Have a super weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.